By this time, a lot of people have heard of the infamous pink sauce, where the lady on TikTok be dipping this Pepto-Bismol looking substance in all sorts of different foods. There was a lot of potential for her brand to do very well because so many people had this obsession with this sauce. Unfortunately, a new set of events has caused the pink sauce lady to go broke and for her business to fail, leaving her lost in the sauce.
And it's my business. It's my product. And I don't even know where it's at. That's crazy.
Now, the recent updates to the pink sauce lady and her business has the internet in a frenzy. But if I can be honest, I think a lot of people and their friends and their whole family would have made a lot of the same financial decisions that the pink sauce lady did that has her in the current situation she's in right now. And I don't say any of this because I'm happy about it, but I do think that there are some takeaway lessons that we can look at and be honest about. We might be able to have a real conversation about the things that people do in society when they have opportunities and get money.
The pink sauce ain't made one sale this month. Not one single sale.
Chef P's pink sauce has officially failed. In a series of update videos, she reveals her pitiful sales figures.
They gonna send me a check for
admitting she's clueless about the product.
I don't know what's going on with the pink sauce. I don't know where the pink sauce at.
Whilst being in denial, thinking it'll make a comeback.
The pink sauce will soon be a globally distributed product. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
The fact that she experienced any success now seems like a miracle, as by Chef P's second video, she was already facing problems. In its very first showcase, the sauce had a vibrant appearance, but in the TikTok that followed, the pink was slightly different. The color has changed so much.
This comment is from 2022, so this lady has been building up this brand for quite some time.
2 days later, it was back to a darker pink, but 5 days after this, it was lighter than ever before, creating instant suspicion amongst potential customers. Why does it keep changing colors every video, whilst the sauce's consistency was also inconsistent? In some videos it was thick, sticking to the food like glue, whilst in others it was watery, dripping off any food it was put on. The fact that the consistency has changed so much really concerns me, although as shown in the very same comment, people were also incredibly curious.
Y'all, I'm not a fan of no sauce period, but this sauce right here kind of gives me that Pepto vibe. It's just not for me, honestly, but I do think that she had something here because there was a lot of craze for this sauce.
Why was it pink? How did she make it? Most importantly, what did the pink sauce taste like?
That's what
Chef P's friends all seem to love it.
This is definitely a 10 out of 10.
But she didn't describe the flavor, building irresistible intrigue.
Honestly, it has its own taste. If you want to taste it, buy it. It goes on sale tonight.
People had gotten to the point of demanding she sell the product publicly, as Chef P had held off for ages to ensure the sauce was perfect.
We are doing quality testing to ensure that we get the best quality out to you guys to have minimum to no complaints.
In a different TikTok, she included an inspirational soundbite stating, "The biggest thing you have to worry about is making sure your quality stays up," creating expectations that the sauce would be incredible. But as she announced her first drop of 100 limited bottles, the top comment hinted at the sauce's next problem. Is it approved by US Food and Drug Administration? Well, to put it simply, no. In fact, Chef P didn't even understand what it was.
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health.
Thinking the F in FDA stood for pharmaceutical. People are really out here buying and eating pink sauce from a woman who doesn't even know what the F in FDA stands for.
This right here, you to work in the food industry, no shade, not understand what the FDA is, it's kind of concerning because you're handling people's food. So I can understand why this is already a big red flag and it was just probably looking downhill from here.
To silence the backlash, she'd host a live stream titled "The FDA is at my house."
It is safe. We are taking the precautions.
Although people found this strange. Comments read, "That's not how the FDA works, as the FDA don't do house calls," forcing Chef P to admit she was lying. Turns out she'd been visited by Florida Health Services, which seemingly failed to make the product safer. The bottles had no nutritional info or list any of the ingredients, which Chef P still didn't disclose even after being asked.
I know she didn't want the FDA thing to like mess up her money and her brand, but lying about it is just unnecessary. Ma'am, you could have just got the knowledge, came back like, hey, I got the knowledge, and then like tightened up your business from there. But lying about it like they the FBI, like you got secret agents coming about this pink sauce is a little wild.
I can't tell you the ingredients that I use to make it pink, but it's pink.
At a different time, she even lied about ingredients, claiming it had no garlic.
The pink sauce contains 0 raw garlic ingredients.
Although in a video of her making it, you can see raw garlic floating in the mix. People therefore stated, okay, but for real, what herbs are in the pink sauce? Because like, I'll get some, but I don't want to have an allergic reaction.
Right.
No ingredients listed sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen if someone has an allergic reaction, forcing Chef P to reluctantly oblige.
I'd be scared as a business owner to lie because I don't want anyone suing me because you allergic to shellfish or something crazy, and I don't know, I got something in there that got you all blown up, and now you at the hospital like, what was the last thing you ate? Oh, it was my sauce, and now you're looking at me. I can understand not wanting to put the quantities out there, but just all the way not telling people that have allergic reactions. People around the world want your sauce. It's just to leave out what's in the product. Just say, well, just try it. That's a blessing if she did not get any lawsuits and nobody had any allergic reactions.
I've been seeing all the shady comments. There will be nutrition facts. Calm down.
No, you kind of literally have to tell us how you made it pink, to which Chef P responded, I don't have to do anything. Of course, my package will have nutrition facts. This was confirmed as she sent her first shipment, but the top comment predicted there'd be shipping problems. Hey, I deliver for USPS, and we kind of just shove packages into the mailbox or lockboxes. These things are probably gonna overheat and curdle or explode, which turned out to be perfectly accurate.
Oh my god. Look at this!
Oh no.
It don't even say pink sauce on this bitch.
Y'all, this looks so nasty. This is disgusting looking. It's all crusty. It looked like old eggs or something on the outside. And if it was pink sauce, why does it look yellow on the outside? I got questions.
Look at this! It don't even say pink sauce on this bitch.
The sauces had been sent in the middle of summer, and after taking 2.5 weeks to arrive, many had fully exploded.
And this is, no ma'am, we're not trying this. Look at this. It stinks.
The bottles that didn't explode were still extremely bloated.
Ew.
I'm just a little worried about it being swollen. I don't know if this is considered swollen or not.
In which case the pink sauce became completely rotten. It was because the product contained milk and honey, which grew so much bacteria it expanded the bottle.
So no doubt by the time you receive your pink sauce, the milk is already spoiled. So you're basically just buying poison.
A food safety expert stated, in some cases, raw honey can cause botulism, an extreme case of food poisoning. So it's no surprise that some people are reporting that they got violently ill after eating the pink sauce.
Oh, she is so lucky she didn't catch a lawsuit off of this alone. This is kind of scary. I really hope that all the people that got sick were able to recover because this just looks so gross. It looks like ranch in like some sort of pink Pepto-Bismol. Does not look appetizing whatsoever. Like, I don't care what she said. For one, it already didn't look appetizing to me, but then those videos.
The person claimed it sent her to hospital.
Y'all really need to stop buying these pink sauce from that girl on TikTok. Look where I ended up.
Explaining the pink sauce gave her real bad food poisoning. It seems to be the oil that she put on that sauce didn't sit well on me, whilst a Reddit user posted a similar story. My 13-year-old daughter bought a bottle of pink sauce online without my knowledge and is now in hospital. I can't even think straight.
Wait, how did the 13-year-old get the bottle of this stuff online without your knowledge? Whose card did she use? Or do she got her own credit card? Y'all be letting y'all kids do. Let me mind my business. It ain't my household.
P responded by claiming that these weren't real.
People making fake reports saying that they were getting sick from the pink sauce. However, they never even made a pink sauce purchase.
But with incorrectly listed ingredients, this certainly could have happened. For example, the bottles label misspelled vinegar as vinger, which could have just as easily been a misspelling of ginger. Another person noticed her using a white mayo-like substance, which also wasn't listed.
She is using something that's not here to give it that particular color and consistency.
But the problems with the label only kept on going.
There is nothing in the label about refrigeration, nor is there an expiration date on the label.
In addition to no expiry or refrigeration warning, the bottle incorrectly stated it had 444 servings, which at 14.4 grams per serving meant the bottle should have weighed 6.4 kilos or 14 pounds. To add a cherry on top of the cake, the label label didn't fit the bottle, but surely Chef P was on standby to fix potential problems. Well, instead she was partying on a boat, blaming the customers for the product's shortcomings.
You guys are judging a prototype. A prototype is when a product is not an official product.
Wait, are they supposed to give constructive criticism on the product that they received? I understand what she's saying, like this is a prototype. I'm trying to like benefit of the doubt, but girl, this sauce like exploding, look crusty and dusty. Just based off of how it looked after the shipping process, it was already not edible. So I'm like, yeah, wouldn't you have wanted that feedback? Because maybe you might just need to go back to the drawing board, tighten it up, and figure out, do you need to add some preservatives or something like that so it can ship and be edible? Can you talk to a chemist or somebody that's in that field that knows about this sort of stuff? Because there are other companies that have sauces and they're on the shelves. So I just think, it just probably need a little tweaking. But getting mad about the feedback about your product is a little bit odd, because putting yourself out to the general public, you're opening yourself up to critiques, criticisms, positive, negatives, whatever. It doesn't matter. That's just how it goes whenever you're putting yourself out online, good, bad, or indifferent. I think in her case, like if I would have seen the bottles exploding like that, I would have tried to, we need to clean this up. We need to figure a way to make this look how I had it looking in the first video. But you could have never gaslit me after I would have got that first bottle I seen where it was all crusty looking and looking like it had eggs on the outside. There ain't nothing that you gonna say to me about I'm judging the prototype. Yes, I am, because I paid money. If I paid money for something, I'm gonna judge. Like if I get a cheeseburger from the store and it ain't right and it's lackluster and I feel like this is below your standard, I'm gonna say something about like, hey, why is this like this? I don't think that anyone's trying to like hurt her feelings or anything. I think they're just telling her, hey, this is what I think about your stuff showing up with all this substance on the outside.
You guys are judging a prototype. A prototype is when a product is not an official product.
However, a lawyer named allegedly Stephanie explained this wasn't even legal.
You cannot have a prototype of food, ma'am. When it is food, it has to be perfect, as in at least edible, at least not making people sick.
Leading Chef P to apologize.
My apologies. I'm only human. I'm not perfect.
And remove the sauce from sale until she could fix its problems.
Okay.
In the meantime, people began to joke. It's all fun and games till you see her pink sauce in the store, although nobody expected this would actually happen until it was announced you could buy the sauce in Walmart. Chef P stated, I'm ready for chapter 2, having partnered with a company called Dave's Gourmet, who used their expertise to ensure the product wouldn't explode.
Thank you so much, Dave's Gourmet. I'm so excited about the growth and scaling of the sauce.
With articles such as how the pink sauce chef survived her downfall, and comments like, oh, I'm so happy for her. They were bashing her so much.
Your girl was getting slagged. It looks like she had a chance to turn this around. Let's see.
Chef P had fixed her reputation. She reassured the audience, we will not let you down. And with the sauce in over 4,000 stores, Rolling Stone literally wrote, it's hard to see what would stop her at this point. The taste of that victory must be sweet. Although only 16 days later, people already found the bottles being taken off shelves.
People have started to post videos showing that the pink sauce is going on clearance. Which, by the way, look at this color, and look at the color that the pink sauce lady showed. That is not pink.
As mentioned, the color had also changed dramatically. In multiple different TikToks, the contents turned a yellowish brown.
In reality, it's like the same color as cane sauce.
Possibly informing another massive price drop. It's funny because most of the pink sauce is on the clearance section in Walmart for 50 cents, but somehow the bottles still fell further.
So a video just went viral showing the pink sauce on clearance at Walmart for just 25 cents a bottle.
Chef P's comments filled with people calling her a failure, yet she'd respond by stating, when they say you fell off, but pink sauce just sold 200,000 bottles. People therefore thought she was doing extremely well, although it turns out the opposite was true.
I almost got evicted from my home. I had to go get $20 from my mama.
Pink sauce creator claims she's broke due to a faulty deal. I don't even have enough money to buy my kids food. The article explained Chef P had opened a GoFundMe trying to raise $100,000 as, right now I don't even have enough money to buy my kids food on my own. My mum is on disability and has been giving us $20 just to get by on a daily basis. This was confirmed by a video showing her eviction notice, claiming Dave's Gourmet had stolen her recipe and ruined the product by changing its color.
Dave's Gourmet should know why the sauce turned yellow when it hit the shelves.
She further added, they lied to me. They are not paying me and are not being transparent about records. I have been silenced and financially sabotaged. They are refusing to pay me the royalty that is owed to me.
These people defrauded me, so I would have to sue them for fraud.
Although it turns out this was just another lie.
Girl.
Because Dave's Gourmet responded, explaining they'd paid her 120 grand, which Chef P had wasted on luxury spending. They'd further explained that she'd requested over $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party to maybe be featured on TikTok.
No.
She also requested that they pay for her dress $800 and shoes $600 plus. Chef P also attempted to submit business expense reports for personal expenses, like buying 4 pairs of sneakers or expensing her grocery bills, but when Dave's Gourmet would not approve these expenses, she got upset and never collaborated with them since.
What just happened? They said she got 120 grand that they gave her. How do y'all be blowing 120 grand like that though? I'm just trying to understand. It sounded like it was just such a blessing and everything looked like it was like this could have really turned itself around. Minus the fact that the sauce looks trash. But y'all would have loved to see a comeback from her because yeah, even though she kind of had like little attitudes, you had a second chance. I'm thinking more about the money aspect. Where did the 120 grand go? Like, was it worth whatever you spent the 120 grand on? It's nowhere to be found. And girl, you're about to get evicted. And the sad thing about this is, yeah, the sauce just, for some reason, it just still wasn't doing right. But to be totally fair, I think people would do the same exact stuff in today's society because we're just so used to whenever we get money to blow it. That 120 grand could have definitely been used in some investments, like emergency fund, something, because you clearly can't have an emergency fund if you're out here getting evicted. Should at least been a safety net until you seen how the product was performing in the stores, but the money's gone. So now it's like the money's gone and the product didn't do well. A lot of people are like hee ha ha about this, but if they were given 120 grand, a lot of people, because we are not told to keep the money we get, we're told to just get rid of it, would probably do something very similar, sad to say. And then when you really need it, it's not there. That is so sad because that was so much money and the business is just not doing well.
She instead took her GoFundMe earnings and relaunched the pink sauce in a new powder format, which supposedly somehow completely sold out. People joked that she probably only had 10 in stock, to which Chef P angrily responded, "Thanks for keeping me on the algorithm with your meaningless comment. If she did only have 10 in stock, August the Duck bought 40%.
There are 4 total sauces, 2 blue sauces, 2 pink sauces,
exposing the product as extremely expensive.
Each one of these packets, one single serving, $20 a piece. I spent $80 fucking on what you're looking at right here.
He then had to spend a further $70.
We need 4 different ingredients to make this sauce. About $150 is how much I've spent
for what he discovered was a terrible flavor.
I'm sorry, Chef Pie, but no, they're both definitely gross. It does not taste like ranch. It tastes far worse than ranch.
Likely contributing to Chef P's current position, literally 0 sales, as was shown in the opening clip.
The pink sauce ain't made one sale this month. Not one single sale.
And as of just the previous week, the pink sauce website is now fully deleted. On top of this, Chef P's company Flavor Crazy was previously listed as active, but after recently checking the very same page, it now rather says inactive. She'd post on her Instagram, "Normalize being out of the loop. Like, what is even going on, LOL?" Likely because she doesn't even know where to buy the original pink sauce.
I haven't seen nothing at no Walmart or no other store. And it's my business. It's my product. And I don't even know where it's at.
And only that she's receiving basically 0 royalties.
They gonna send me a check for $121. Lord Jesus, take the wheel.
$121 is too generous.
So much going on here. The product's not even selling now after she did a relaunch, after she separated from Dave's Gourmet. Did a GoFundMe asking people for money so she could relaunch. And what's even sadder about it is she wouldn't have had to ask people for this money to even try to go do something with this business, try to salvage what she could, if she wouldn't have blown the $120K that she was given.
FP's still convinced she has $1 billion business, which is a pretty crazy value for a product that's only sold secondhand and on eBay.
It's very sad that she's facing eviction. Sad that she had to even get online to ask people to donate to her GoFundMe. But I think there's a lot of lesson that can be learned here. And a lot of times people like to just poke fun at the person that's going through something. It's not too late for her to bounce back. It's not too late for anybody to bounce back from bad decisions that they make. Sometimes we need to understand when we have a blessing that is able to give us security and hold us down for the future. And a lot of y'all literally getting lost in the sauce. It's a perfect phrase for this whole thing. Literally getting lost in the sauce of life, spending money recklessly, spending your money before whatever success you thought was going to come has now been solidified, and it is indeed here. Y'all are spending the money and then looking around when things are falling through. When you were given the money, I see this as a cautionary tale. This is not to laugh at anybody's downfall because it ain't funny. But in all honesty, you don't want to have to be begging people to help you get back to where you was just at. Y'all, please, if you get a blessing like that, please don't blow it. Please don't blow that money. If we're being totally honest, a lot of people do get lump sums of money at some point in their life. Usually, maybe somebody, lawsuit, death in the family. Maybe it was something at work. Maybe, they gave you a lump sum of money at work or something like that. Whatever the case may be, sometimes these sort of things do happen to people. But even if it's never happened to you, if we're being totally honest, a lot of people, if they got $120,000 today, they are about to ball till they fall. They are about to go make it rain somewhere. They about to go blow money. They're going to they're going to give money to family members. That money's going to get spread out. That money's going to be gone within a year's time, more than likely. Especially if it's a person that it does not have any sort of discipline with money. The minute that they get it, it's going to be gone. They're going to find a way to spend it. They're going to get a car, vacations, anything and everything they wanted to do is going to get done. They're going to go get designer items. They're going to do all sorts of stuff because these are the things that you just never probably could have even dreamed of doing because you've never had the money to be able to do any of these things. So when you get the money, you do something like that, or you go get a boat, or you get a truck, or you get an RV, camper. You just do something that's a little bit different, not you. But whatever is going on today, whatever you want today, whatever it is you feel is going to give you fulfillment today, that's what you use the money for, and you run off with the money. And then before you know it, it's gone and you need it. Granted, I understand because, you came up on some money. The downside of doing this is you got to come back to real life eventually because now you're going to be just like everybody else. You're going to have a bunch of stuff and none of this stuff makes you money passively. And you got rid of all of the money that you actually had that could have made you money. Like say you invested your money somewhere in a good investment, let that compound over some time and let that money work for you. But no, you don't have anything to work for you because you spent it all. And you spent it all on things to make other people rich. Like that party, that lavish party, that made party promoters money, that made the organizer money, that made the people chairs money, the balloons money, the people making the cake money, whoever. You made all these different people money. Now you don't have anything of your own. This is real life, y'all. This is stuff that people do and it's sad. And when you hear the stories of people doing stuff like this, instead of just being like, oh, that was dumb, blah, 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 it couldn't have been me, blah, blah. A lot of people make these sort of mistakes. Six-figure earners can't even understand why they in debt. If you don't have the mindset to not do what she did, more than likely you would have did what she did. Your mom would have did what she did. Your friends would have did what she did. And it's sad to say most of Americans have that same mindset. We don't really think past what we want right now, what we desire right now. And if we see the window and the opportunity to get it right now, we're going to get it right now. And I'm talking about when it comes to spending money to get something we want. We just don't want to wait. We don't want to put that money away for 10 years, 20 years. No, I might not be here in 10, 20 years. Oh, well, what's it going to do? It might go under. This might be a scam. With this type of stuff that people will say, instead of doing something long lasting is my point. Maybe if she had a little bit of that 120 grand and she wasn't facing evictions and all these other things that are stacked against her in her business, she could make some moves. And you know what thing about money is that if you don't have money, it's hard to make a move. Do y'all understand that? It's hard to do things. And I'm no expert and I can't speak for the lady. Last thing she probably worrying about right now is suing them, trying to recoup those losses for all of these sauces that just is not selling and looking complete trash in the store. She is trying to figure out probably where her next meal finna come from. Priorities can't be on your business when you about to be on the street. It just don't make sense. I wish her the best. I do. I think this is her journey to get past, and I I still hope that she does well. About it, we can't change the past, but we can sure learn from it. And I hope that, I even hope she learns from this situation, and I hope she's able to make a comeback. And I hope other people are able to hear her story and say, you know, hey, if it's ever me, I might do something a little different just because I see this sort of stuff happen to people. Or maybe you even know somebody that has a similar story. I didn't see it too many times in my life. The money will dry up and you're going to be right back to where you was before you spend all that money, and it's gonna suck because you're gonna think about all that money you had, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff, and it's just like, what can you do with it? And then you probably gonna have to sell the stuff if you bought items, that is, and you didn't buy an experience. If you bought a bunch of products, it's like now you gotta sell the products probably to just eat, and don't nobody care about you and your boat. So now you got to get rid of the boat. I just want everybody to make better decisions. I really do. Because I like you can make excuses about it. And you can say, well, you only live once, blah, blah, blah. Like, you can do it if you want to. But when you get in the situation, you're going to have to think about, how did your decisions land you exactly where you are here? And some of y'all don't want to be honest. Some of the decisions that we make, they could have been 10 years ago, but they landed us exactly where we at today. And sometimes it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, that sometimes you do stuff that puts you in a bad situation. But that's how life works. Like, you're going to learn from it, or you're going to keep doing the same thing. That's going to set you apart from the people who are able to be successful in this life and the people who are not. Because a lot of people are going to learn from their mistakes. They're going to grow from it. They're going to hear your mistakes, and they're not even going to do what you did. They're going to hear what you did and be like, I'm not going to do that. But you want to you want to do it how you want to do it, and it's never working out for you doing it the way you're doing it. You might need to switch it up. You might need to adjust. And that's just the truth. If you want to be able to prosper, sometimes you're not doing it the way that it's going to give you the best results. So maybe switch it up. You got to do what's best for you and what's going to be best for your future. We got to make better decisions, y'all.